Welcome everybody. We have the Vigilante at tier 7 is what people are calling this tank, or suspecting that it could be basically a machine gun at tier 7, just like you have the minigun at tier 10 in the Vigilante. In fact, this tank basically doesn't stop firing. It has 8 shells in its magazine, goes pop, pop, pop every 0.25 seconds, another shell comes out, and then the reload for that magazine is only 1.5 seconds, giving this tank an absurd amount of DPM, 5,000 damage per minute. On top of that, you have more alpha than the Vigilante and more penetration, but you're at tier 7. And so you might be wondering, then how on earth is this tank balanced? Is it balanced, or is it overpowered? Well, you have to remember that the Vigilante at tier 10 has a minigun that has 192 shells in it, and it will dump those in a matter of seconds. You can kill 3 tanks in what, 4 seconds basically with that gun? This tank doesn't do it like that. It's pop, 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 pop. 4 shells every second, okay? And so because of that, you have to expose yourself longer. You still don't have much penetration of 120. You're not as quick as the Vigilante, and because of that, you know, you tend to get hit, you tend to die. This tank can get devastated by HE, unlike the Vigilante. It doesn't have weird angles where you bounce off. No, you're going to pen and overmatch this everywhere, and anywhere. You also only have 3 degrees of gun depression, which is really, really, really bad. So keep that in mind as well. Power to weight of only 22. That's comparable to, let's say, the Leopard 1, which is like 20. So your up and go isn't that great, even though my tank does go 80. So keep that in mind as well. It's not necessarily a good tank, and you're going to see that. But I compared this to the Dragon because I noticed for every magazine I fire out of the M42, I'm doing about as much damage as the Dragon in one shot. And so therefore, I'd rather be just in the Dragon, because the Dragon has more standard pen, has more premium pen. You only have to expose yourself for 1 shot to do as much damage as the entire magazine. And so as far as I can tell, the M42 is pretty balanced. In fact, the M42 is kind of weak, but it is fun. And that is what's important. So we're going to pull this tank out, try it out, and show you guys just what it can do. Also, you do have better camouflage than the other American light tanks at this tier, but not as much as the Frenchies or the Chinese. So keep that in mind as well. With my crew setup, I have 275 meters steel concealment and 499 meters view range, and you can see in the bottom left everything that I have. If you need to take a screenshot of my crew skills, go for it. But one of the crew skills that is probably the most fun to have, which I definitely recommend you get, is Deadeye. 6% increased chance of damaging enemy crew and modules with AP, APCR, and heat shells. Grab it, use it, it's fun. You're shooting a bunch of shells at things, and so you're more likely to cause ammo racks, fires, tracks, so on and so forth. But that is my quick garage overview. It's better to just see how it does in the matchmaking. We're starting off on Ghost Town, but first I want to tell you guys something coming up tomorrow. Live stream, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got a fantastic and fun live stream coming up for you guys. It's going to be 2 to 3 hours. We're going to be doing cat and mouse training rooms. So basically, a bunch of tanks that are ramming versus a bunch of tanks that are running. No shooting allowed, and I have refined the rules a little bit. Those who are running and fleeing for their lives must play tier 3s or tier 4s because there's plenty of fun, quick, fast tanks at that tier that can run around. And then those who are cats can play tiers 5, 6, and 7s, no shooting. And that allows you to play things like the 5-4 or the Snakebite or the Awful Panther at tier 7. And I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun, so make sure you're there for that. And it will be in the Discord. So join the Discord, link in the description below. That's where we'll be communicating and laughing and having some fun. Now let's get into this tier 8 game. Again, 1.5 seconds to reload this gun. 120 millimeters of penetration. So you're going to struggle versus the fronts of tanks, but it's going to do very well against light tanks. Like that Hull and Hound, the other M42. But now you're kind of seeing the up and go of this tank. It is not great. We're just hitting 60. Again, you can go up to 80 in this thing with my setup, but it takes a while to get there. So we're going to go wide here. 3 degrees of gun depression, meaning I don't know how well I can use this area up here. What is that there? AMBT. He took a hit, so they do have snipers in the back. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. Fuel tank, fire. And that's what I'm talking about. With the, Deadeye. And he's dead. Let's continue on. That was a lightly armored AMBT we were able to penetrate. 653 damage. I mean, with that magazine, you're probably thinking, oh boy, this tank is broken OP. But it's not. What is this guy? Okay. I think he's a bot, but he's not. That's the scary thing. Well, he's AFK, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Okay, where's this VK gotta be facing? We gotta be careful, we don't have much health in this tank. We've got his backhand. I don't know if we can pen him. The backhand. Not from that angle, that's for sure. Mantis is here. Let's reload that. Gun diversion, not great. Is that behind us? Fallen around? Let's go help with that instead. The Ag Panther should be able to handle him. The Ag Panther has 280 alpha. There we go. Hammer Earthshaker. Sitting there waiting for us. That's fun. It's very fun. What a snap, what a snap. And another snap. Gun diversion almost got us killed there. Earthshaker wants to kill the CloneGuy. He really does. Wow, this is nice when you're allowed to just do this. What kind of a crew does he have if he's not able to see us? Fascinating. VK is still alive. This dude is an absolute Chad. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. 2,400 damage, not bad. That's the most damage I've been able to do in this thing so far. 1,774 base XP. First class, not an ace. I think you're going to need some spotting damage because I don't think you're going to be doing huge amounts of damage in this tank. And I could be wrong, you know, like maybe you will, maybe you won't. I think definitely getting to a bush and getting some assist damage is going to be very, very helpful for acing this tank. So maybe we'll be able to do that, but we really get to see what the gun could do this game. We fought a lot of lightly armored targets. Almost got clipped out by the Mantis, who only put 3 into us. If he put all 4, we would have died. So thankfully that didn't happen. Tier 8 again. I think we're going to be finding ourselves in a lot of Tier 8 games. M42, M42. There's a third tank. What is it? The Falcon. Okay. Well, yes, probably a lot of Tier 8 games because of all the bees that's going around right now. Definitely not tanks we want to run into. Hopefully they don't come the hill because they're so slow, but they might come the hill because they're rocket boosters, meaning they can just boost up the hill if they need to. So that's something we have to be concerned about. 3 degrees of gun depression, but at least I can do this. 85 degrees of gun elevation. I can shoot down tanks that have flipped themselves into the sky. Very, very helpful. Who's this tank destroyer with me? You, Des. We're gonna get ready to just leave this location. Because we have no one here with us. Falcon there. Tiger P, I want that. And another fire. He put it out. It took 6 years, but the shell finally reached and hit. $800 damage to start. Not terrible. $1,000 damage. And he's dead. Nice. Let's see what we see. That's gonna be a BZ, isn't it? It's a Rhino. Yeah, we're out of here. Get our DPM going, see what we can do. Might be dead here. Yeah, we're on fire. And we're dead. That's how dangerous those things are. I mean, it's that fire damage, that module damage. We should have switched our attention to him. I thought he would have been full health, so I wanted to kill the Panzerjäger. Then I noticed he wasn't. And he set us on fire with the first burst. That's too bad, that's too bad. Tier 8 again. 7s. Seems to be just the case here. That's okay. We're gonna go use these bushes up here. There's Randos seems to think he wants to as well. Well, then we'll just take a more aggressive position instead. Something about this gun is weird. Like, it doesn't actually hit shots. Like, when people are moving. Okay. Interesting. Top tier! And the M42. Let's see what we can do. They've got 2 M42s. We got 2 M42s. A setter. M6075. We have a T71. An SP1C. Let's see what we can do with this meme machine. Frankly, it's not that good, but we've said that already. Oh, another. What a weave. I'm happy about it. At least it wasn't the ions. Must have been who it was. 71 damage so far. Again, I would rather a single shot at this point. That works. That was a nice magazine, too. All but one pen. That A43 is annoying. What, do we pen only one on that, M? Yeah, we did. It's just such a fragile, big and fragile vehicle. Let's go this one. Calliope is huge. A43 kills my Da. Bad. Didn't exactly want to get seen there. I really want to hammer wreck him, but... Oh man, we're dead. Everybody showed up to save him. Everyone showed up to save him. That's gonna be the review, though. I don't really like this tank. I don't even think it's fun. It's kind of annoying to use because of how big it is and how bad the gun depression is. How bad the penetration is. I don't like it. I think other people will like it and think it's fun, but it is no Vigilante, which is, thank goodness it's not. But it's like, the only time you're going to have fun is if you do what I just did there, basically. Right? Hey, I'm going to go kill these guys. But then you have to worry about other things coming to get you. And so it's like, then do you have to wait the entire game before you're allowed to do stuff like that? Well, yeah, like I guess, if you want to survive. So I don't like it. I don't like the BZ. I don't like this tank. I think the premiums released this time around are lame. And no one should be buying because you're not going to have fun in them. Or as much fun, I guess. But that's just my humblest opinion. That's what we do here. We review tanks, and we give our opinions. It's what I do. I'm a critic. I'm a tank critic. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, slap the like button, comment, subscribe. Come back tomorrow for the live stream. Come join us on the NA server for some cat and mouse. Some runners versus rammers, or chasers, whatever you want to call them. No shoot. Tiers 3s and 4s will be the runners. Tiers 5s through 7 will be the rammers, the chasers, the cats. That'll be fun. Join the Discord. Link in the description below. And I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone. And peace out.